Good morning, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes. I, of course, am the perfect one, AJ, and today is a beautiful May 24th, 2022. Another day filled with all the locks, all the picks, and everything degenerate. Let's kind of not really a lot to talk about yesterday or today, this morning. Waking up. News cycle's kind of slow right now when it comes to the NFL and anything else, really. The NFL actually did just announce that the 2023 and 2024 Combine will stay in Indianapolis for the next couple of years. Shout out to Indy. Always been a very big part of the Combine. I feel like Indy and the Combine go hand in hand. It's a great city to host it, great city to do it in. Shout out to Indy for keeping it going. Hopefully they can, get something together here. They do have a very high-powered team. I mean, it'd be fun to see, not just a combine there, but maybe even a parade. Holy shit. But that's really the only potential NFL news. Deshaun Watson and them did meet. Deshaun Watson did meet with investigators last week before going to the Bahamas to do a little trip with his teammates. Hopefully getting a ruling on that sooner rather than later so we can kind of see what's going to go on with the Browns and maybe get Baker Mayfield out of that. Just coming across my email address, NFL to hold a press call on diversity and sports medicine pipeline initiative. It does seem to be a lot of what this has been about is diversity and being able to get more people involved in the NFL, which is always a great thing to get people involved in this great sport. Will be interesting to see how they do it. Interesting. But we will keep an eye on that as we continue to go on here throughout the day. If you're not already, please follow me on the Twitter at Brofect1 in order to stay up to date on all things, news breaking. I keep up to date with all of it, give my little opinion, and we keep it going. I can keep it as degenerate as possible. Don't you fucking worry. Any other news coming out of today? Let me go to ESPN. I mean, Combine's expected. That's fun. And then just the beatings that were handed out yesterday by some teams. I guess we can go ahead and get right into that. Let's move on. Let's go to the association, why don't we? As we take a look at what the Celtics and the Heat did yesterday. Celtics just dog walking the Heat 102-82, taking the game by 20 points. Jason Tatum 31 points, 8 rebounds. And 5 assists. Shout out to Jason Tatum for continuing to put up those incredible numbers. We'll take a look at the box score, but the Heat really just couldn't get it started. I mean, let's go to the points. What are we doing here, PJ? What are we hearing in the truth? I mean, no one really could perform. Oladipo out of the bench, 23 points is the most that anyone saw that game. I mean, the wrong button. It's really just sad. Really just a sad state of affairs that the Miami Heat are in right now, bro. This was game 4, series tied 2-2 now. Going back to Miami tomorrow, Wednesday, May 25th. Will be interesting to see how this series goes because they've kind of both taken one on the road, one at home. And, now the game's pretty much going to be strictly, it's going to be those home field advantages. It's going to be those home court advantages for these guys. It's always hard to bet against the home teams in these playoffs, but we've seen with the Celtics and the Heat that it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all. They will go ahead and they'll just win whenever they kind of want to or whenever they can. Alrighty, as we move on to the ice for last night, hell of a couple games. We will start, of course, with the back-to-back of the day. Lightning and the Panthers, they were on their back-to-back, their 4th game of the series. Lightning crush it out 5-1. If you had Lightning winning that series in 4, that had to be a nice payday, but the Panthers really just dropped the ball here. And by drop the ball, I mean I really don't think they showed up to play. It really seemed like that first round was their Stanley Cup playoffs, and they just came out so flat and just not excited to be here. Well, I won't even say not excited to be there. They just weren't up to what the Lightning are. The Lightning are two-time champs for a reason, okay? You don't walk up to a guy who's running the table at beer pong and then just expect to beat him in the first game unless you have an absolute ringer as your partner, you know? Now, don't get me wrong. They're 8 games in. The defending champs are probably feeling a little, tipsy at that point, feeling a little good. So you go in there, you bounce a couple in when they're not paying attention, and you can take away the win. But if you don't have a backup strategy, you don't have something sneaky that you can do there, well, yep, that's what the Lightning did to the Panthers last night. As we move on to Hurricanes and the Rangers. Rangers taking a one at Madison Square Garden. Canes still lead 2-1. I still think the Canes are going to take this series. Rangers play good at home. Madison Square Garden is an incredibly hard barn to play in. Look for the Hurricanes, hopefully, to take another one on the road, and send this one home in 5. That'd be great. Ending the day off with the Flames. The Flames going up against the Oilers in Edmonton. The battle for Alberta continues. Oilers win 4-1. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I did terrible on the ice yesterday. What day is today? Today's Tuesday. What is my problem? Today's Tuesday. Lightning is still sweep 2-0. The Blues lost to the Avalanche 6-3 after the Blues came out pretty strong in the first, losing at home 3-1. Avalanche looked to sweep up the series. Going back to Colorado, looks to take that one on Wednesday. And again, I'm going to say it one more time because I've been saying it this entire NHL playoffs, and I'm going to continue to say it until the finals, until Lord Stanley's Cup is raised. If you are not watching playoff hockey, you are missing out. You really are. These boys are flying. They are doing the absolute most and love everything that they're doing. These boys are awesome. And, that kind of... That's what we call technical difficulty in the business. NHL hockey's been extremely fun to watch lately. The playoffs are still in full swing. Not too late to catch on if you haven't yet. But hey, we're not here for about yesterday. We don't care about yesterday because yesterday you could have gone 9-0, you could have gone 0-9. But all that matters is that we got a brand new slate of games today. All right, we got playoff basketball. We got playoff hockey. We got baseball. We got WNBA. We got college softball playoffs. We got everything going on right now. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and dive in to what exactly is going on today. Starting off, of course, with the NBA. Warriors are still at the Mavs. The Warriors have been leading this series 3-0, seeing them as a 1-point dog going into this, as the Mavericks are the 1-point favorite at home. Moneyline juice shows about as pick'em as it can get, -105, -114. Wouldn't be surprised to see this go to a pick'em later tonight, especially as we get closer to tip-off. And kind of seeing the public betting where the series is going here. Seeing 52%, 54% of the money, 2% differential there on the money and the bets, showing that the public and some of the sharp and bigger bettors are hitting the Warriors. However, people are still convinced with the Mavs at home, still believe in Luka and what they are able to do. Now let's go over to the sportsbook and see where the juice is laying it. Because yes, Action Network is a great point of view for generally where the books are, but it is good to just go to your books and make sure you do your own research. Golden State +1 still, 105 on the juice. Let's take a look at some points. Steph at 27.5, so that's a 2-point bump from where it was last time we were betting on Steph points. Luka at 34.5. Luka triple-double, 375. Double-doubles. I like the sweep. A lot. The Mavericks have Luka. The Warriors aren't playing the Mavericks. The Warriors are playing Luka. If the Warriors can beat Luka, like I've said since the start of this, they can win the series and relax before the finals and watch the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm going to stick with Golden State money line. I still believe that the Suns something went wrong. Something went wrong in Game 7 where they just weren't there. They just weren't showing up. And Luka took over and let everyone kind of take over that game. I think we're going to see the complete opposite here. I think Golden State's going to come in and just continue to stomp them. Dallas, they're a good squad. They're a very good squad. They just need some more weapons. They need more weapons. They just need someone besides Luka who can score. and who can be a game changer. They need another game changer. Don't have that yet. I'm going to take minus 105 on the money line. You can take the +1 if you really want to, but the juice is better on the money line. I'm going to take the 105 on the money line. And that's the thing with basketball is, that 1 point can come into handy if you think the Mavericks are going to go ahead and just step up, and maybe it's a last minute 2-point shot that requires for what was I going to look for? Maybe it's the last shot, but I really don't see it. Let's look at one other thing that I like to look at when I don't like the spread in the game, and that's winning margin. Winning margin, how many points they're going to win the game by. Let's look at the Golden State Warriors, since I do think they're going to win. And here's where you start to see some very nice value, especially since they are the underdog. Now, yes, when you do predict the winning margin, you do need to go ahead. You need to, pick the exact margin that they are going to win by. Going all the way up to 21 points or more at plus 1,400, 17 and 21. That's why it's going to be juiced well. Another thing I really like is what's called a double result. It's when you pick who wins the first half and who wins the full game. And so Golden State Warriors at plus 175. That is going to be my pick of the day. That's going to be my basketball pick of the day. I like it a lot. I think Golden State's going to, like I said, just going to come out and continue to dominate the court as they have been. No disrespect to Dallas. As I said, they just don't have the juice. They don't got the juice. But hey, maybe they surprise me. I doubt it, but maybe they surprise me. And that will take us to the ice today. Talking NHL playoffs. Hurricanes Rangers first game on the schedule today. Rangers the 1.5 point favorite at home. Money line's at a pick'em. Money line is at a pick'em, minus 110 looking both ways. So that means the juice on these point spreads are going to be absolutely insane. Wow. That's a 10% differential between the bets and the money, 45 to 55% in the Hurricanes' favor. Rangers being the home public favorite. I'm going to... Hello? Check. Hello? Okay, I think I'm still working. Maybe. Yep, there we go. When you see money like that, that's just hard to dispute there. Let's go to the book because I want to see what that money line's at. Yep, minus 110. Minus 280 on the plus 1.5 for the Hurricanes. Minus 1.5 for the plus 230. Yeah. If you want to play it safe, you take the Canes money line. You take the Canes on the puck line, but I'm taking Canes money line. I think that's going to be, that's my lock. I believe in the Hurricanes. I like where they've been scoring. That over 5.5 is extremely tempting. Follow me on Twitter at Degen Takes because that is going to be more of a game time decision. I want to see just final lineups and everything like that. But I'll take the Canes on the money line. Next game we're going to talk about going Flames and the Oilers. We continue the battle for Alberta tonight. Going in, let's look at the money. Let's look at who's favored. Of course, Edmonton going to be the home favorite here, minus 1.5. Minus 116, minus 102 on the money line. We're seeing very closely matched teams here, and the books are recognizing that as well. Yep, public favorite right now on the money and the bets is going to be the Oilers at 63, 66%, a 3% swing there. Hard to not bet on the home favorite here. However, I'm not here to do things that are easy. I'm here to do things that are hard. Give me the Flames plus 100 on the money line. That plus 1.5 is tempting, to say the least. It's going to be the safer bet of the two, but the plus 100 is my play and the Degenerate play of the day.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Sorry, I am loving my, what's it called? Soundboard.
What?
It's great. But yeah, like I said, you're not watching NHL playoffs. I don't know what you're doing. They come on before and after the NBA playoffs, so great stuff to catch on and great lines to match. Like I say all the time, hockey and baseball, two of the worst sports that any of these books put a line out for. So this is where you can take advantage of them, especially in playoffs. Now, yes, it is a little bit closer now in playoffs, but you can still find those numbers and still find those lines that are extremely valuable to you. And to keep it moving. Again, not a financial advisor. I'm just a degenerate who loves talking into a microphone. Please do your own research, but I'm here to do some of it for you. Now let's talk about the MLB really quick. Diamondbacks came out and won it yesterday. I did not hit on the Davies over 4.5 and D-backs win. The D-backs did hit, though. Took them at a nice live line when they were down heavy in the beginning. Let's take a look at what they got going. Gallen on the hill. Heasley on the hill. All right. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I did not switch over to my other one. There we go. D-backs Royals is what we're going to talk about. Gallen on the hill. He's been pitching unbelievably for the D-backs lately. Better than Bumgarner. I would consider him almost our ace now. Just the way he's been performing lately. First 5. I mean, the D-backs are a heavy favorite, especially after last night being able to come from behind and continue to get it. Do we have a double result in this game? I trust in Gallen. I trust in our bats. I'm going to take D-backs double result plus the 108 there. Yeah, I love that. D-backs plus the 108. And just for shits and giggles, we'll take a look at the money, but the public and the money is going to be exactly where I thought it was. Seeing about a 13-point differential here between the big money coming in on the Diamondbacks and the public betting on it. Good moves there. Let me check something. Let's go public betting for the MLB. Let's just kind of see where everyone's sitting at. Seeing a little bit more condensed. Let's go Cubs and the Reds. Cubs, you're seeing 71% of the bet, 65% of the money here. Yeah, I mean, the Cubs have been doing hot, better than the Reds. The Reds are just awful. The Reds are so bad. Orioles, Yankees. Funny story about that. When I was at my bar, and there was this guy. He had and this is the night before last night's game. He had a couple to drink. He was live betting on his phone, and he saw the Orioles-Yankees line. And he was like, well, damn, Orioles could do it. I can see the Orioles doing it. I'm going to take exact win. Orioles over Yankees 8-4. 8-4. I watched this game yesterday, and there were 3 different times when the Orioles could have won 8-4, but they did not. Closed it out, lost. He bet $40 on it, would have turned it into 4K. Those are the type of bets that just you get extremely lucky in, especially when you're talking final scores. Ooh, this one looks interesting. Red Sox, White Sox. Battle of the Sox. Let's take a look at that money. I was making some interesting moves. Not enough interesting moves. I thought it was more interesting. 57%, 74% on the White Sox. Red Sox on the road, the Sox are the home favorite. Give me White Sox in the first 5. White Sox first 5 was a moneymaker for me last season and has a bit spottingly been a moneymaker this year. Cease is on the mound. Cease is on the mound against Pivetta. That's all I need to know. First 5. Sox first 5 money line. There we go. Now let's see if there's any other games that kind of catch my eye. Phillies, Braves. The Braves have been sketch. I don't like betting on them or any game with them involved right now until they kind of figure out who they are. Twins with Gray on the mound against Detroit should be a lock. Ooh, Syndergaard. Whenever Syndergaard's on the hill, give me Texas Rangers, though. Those bats with the Rangers can just get, they're not the best team in the league, but those bats can just get hot unexpectedly. I think I'm going to stick with those 5 picks for today. Those are the 5 that I like the most. We're going to go Golden State, double result, first half and full game winner. Hurricanes money line, Calgary Flames money line, Arizona Diamondbacks double result, and Chicago White Sox in the first 5. Parlay all that together for a nice plus 33.69 on the day. I mean, go ahead, parlay it, do a round robin. Round robin payouts, they're pretty good. Plus 43, plus 41.30 for round robin by 2s from 5. So it's 10 bets total. I'll show you guys real quick. So right over here, showing that the round robin but from 2s from 5 is going to be the plus 413. So that means they take all of those 5 picks and break them down into 2-team parlays. 10 of them specifically, and then you wager on each of those parlays, and they pay you out at the end. You can also go from 3s by 5. Full cover is going to be getting it 2, 3, 4, 5s, and 1 parlay fully covered for the plus 258. But just remember, you do have to bet on each individual leg, so it can get fairly expensive when you do a parlay. When you do round robins. You just got to feel confident in your picks and what you're doing. With that being said, crypto news has been pretty quiet lately. Still having issues with my Coinbase account. Not really sure why. So can't really get into the candlesticks today. Not a lot of news, not a lot of catalysts that we're seeing. Still kind of trading sideways, which is a lot better than continuing to go down. I guess we can take a quick look. Okay. So when you look at this, you're seeing red. However, we're still seeing Bitcoin at 29, ETH at 19, Sol at 50. Those have kind of become the new resistance points for them. As long as they don't go below those numbers, I think we're going to be looking good in the long run. Let me see if I can get into a chart. Come on, baby. I want to see them candlesticks. Let me see the volume. Boom. Oh, yeah, this is pretty. This is going to be the one-day range so far for today. Trading sideways. Love to see it. Just some little bit of volume here being sold, but picked up pretty much almost right away, taking it back to the $29,000 range. Ethereum, let's see what we're going on here for the day. Also seeing trade a little bit of sideways. Some early morning volume being sold earlier in the day. Let's look at the 5-day range for them. And again, as we're looking at this, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm a degenerate who loves talking into a microphone and loves looking at this stuff. Yeah, we're flirting with dropping below 19 along the 5-day range, but you're seeing just the tip of those candlesticks kind of touch down there. Really staying at, and you can even see that green line right there being the $19,000, the 1900 resistance at about 1966.37 to hold there. So please look for that to stay hold. If we can, start to hover around the 2000 and then stable off, that's when we're going to start to see, I think, continued growth. Continue to look at some other projects. Shiba Inu, one of the popular meme coins of last year after the popular Dogecoin did its thing. 5-day range looking a little bit rough around that resistance line of next to nothing. Litecoin in the shitter. 5-day range, but hey, they're still finding that resistance point, not going too low, much below it, not going too high below it, but still finding out a way to stay right around there. And again, like I have said since I've started talking about crypto on this podcast, if you like crypto, you want to get into it, this is a good time to buy. Prices will more than likely never be this low again. A lot of the people I respect, from Kevin O'Leary to owner of the Mavs, Mark Cuban, reference what's happening right now in the crypto market as if what's happened with the dot-com bubble and everything. A lot of the same stuff that they are seeing from being involved in that space. And when people like that are talking now, yes, don't get me wrong, they have lost millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars with this crypto crash if they're as nearly invested in it as they say they are. And so they're going to say anything to try to keep up a bullish approach and a bullish mindset to make everyone excited about it. They're trying. Can't say they're not trying, but we'll continue to see what happens in the space. I'm still very bullish on it, obviously, even though we're seeing a lot of red right now. But hey, after the red can only come the green. Can only come the green. Yeah, with that being said, that's all I really have to say today. It's going to be a fun day in the sports. Again, follow me on the Twitter at Degen, at Brofict1, the show at Degen Takes for all future updates. Noah and I will be looking to be live together in person sometime this week if everything works out scheduling-wise. And yeah, we'll be looking to bring you some more exciting content. I will be alive again tomorrow to cover all things Degenerate. Till next time, though, we will see. Till next time, we'll see you on Degenerate Takes.